Hey, what's up? This is Josh Beatler with the Guitar Player School, and in this video we're going to go over the last sweep picking exercise you'll ever need to learn to start training your picking hand to not only get better at sweep picking, but also economy picking and alternate picking all in one exercise. It's coming at you next. For the best guitar tips and tricks when it comes to soloing, improvising, ear training, technique, and more, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, leave a comment, like this video if you like it, and be sure to check back every Tuesday for new videos. Okay, so sweep picking. This is like the holy grail of guitar technique. It's the coolest wheedly that we can learn, and it's something that a lot of guitar players struggle with in the beginning because there's so many exercises out there, and here I am throwing another one at you. But what I want you to consider is that there are different types of exercises. There's exercises that really train the left hand or the fretting hand for the scale shapes and arpeggios that you need. And then there's exercises that train the right hand, the picking technique. So what we're going to start with today is first we're going to teach you a really easy picking pattern that you can do with the right hand first. And then once you get the hang of that, you can play it to a metronome. Then we'll go back in and insert different fretting hand arpeggio shapes. And that's where you can get really creative with this. But the most important thing is the picking hand and being able to play that in time. So here we go. So I want you to keep an eye on my picking hand, okay? The only strings that we're gonna use for sweeping on this is gonna be the first, second, and third strings, okay? Now you're gonna notice that my pick is angled at a 45-degree forward. I'm holding my thumb on top. I know there's lots of people that sweep different ways. I'm certainly not discounting how good they are at what they do. This is what I've found to be the best way for me, and it's what you'll commonly see the best sweep pickers doing, is with the pick 45-degree forward, thicker pick is better. The pattern is gonna go like this. There's two halves to it. So I'm gonna start on string number 3, and I'm gonna go down, 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 up. So that's the first half of this pattern. You want to be able to get that to a metronome. Bop, 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 bop. And then the second half is right after you do that upstroke, you then start on the high E string and go down and then up, up, up. So the second half is okay, so when you put the two together, you get, let's give a little bit of volume. You get down, 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 up, down, up, up, up. What you end up getting is you get a sweep pick, an alternate pick, and then an economy pick and sweep pick on the way back. So now that we've got the picking hand part worked out, let's add some basic arpeggio shapes to it now. Okay, so now that you've got the right hand pattern down, now we can start inserting different left hand patterns to go along with this right hand pattern. That sweep picking passage that you heard was the same right hand pattern the entire time, but I was doing different left hand shapes. That's the awesome thing about sweep picking, is that you can learn one or two simple right hand patterns, and then it's really just about teaching the left hand how to adapt to what the right hand's doing. Look at players like Frank Gambale, for example, who have absolutely mastered this and taking it to levels far beyond what most mortal humans can even comprehend. Okay, so let's go over a couple simple left-hand patterns that you can do to start learning this. The first one is going to be starting on the 9th fret. I've got 9 on the G, 10 on the B, 8 on the high E, and 12 on the high E. This is an A minor arpeggio. This is a second inversion A minor arpeggio. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, starting on the first note, down, 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 up. That's the first half of the right hand pattern. Then you strike this pinky, the high note, again. Then you come back to the 8th fret, and that's the second half. So it's down, up, up, up. So you'll end up hitting the highest note twice, watch. And then when you go to start over, you'll hit the lowest note again twice. Okay, so this is a diminished shape. So what we're gonna do is the notes that we have are 14 on the G, 13 on the B, and then 11 and 14 on the high E. Okay, so the first three notes are down, 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 up, and then hit the highest note again, down, up, up, up. Okay, so here's one last pattern that this is a little bit more akin to what I was doing as in the demo earlier. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to do an A minor 7, 11 kind of arpeggio right here. So I've got 12, 10, 8, then I have 12, 10, 8, back to 10, 9, Okay, so you can do this pattern with really any shape that you can think of, as long as there's 3 notes on the high E string and 2 notes on the G. But remember, this is a right hand pattern, so we don't have to just do it on strings number 1, 2, and 3. We can do it on any 3 adjacent strings. Okay, so be sure to try and come up with some of your own left-hand arpeggio shapes to fit this right-hand pattern once you got it memorized. Be sure to play it along to a click. Take your time, tilt the pick forward, sweep with the arm, not the wrist, and be sure to dig in really hard, okay? You'll get a lot out of this once the right hand gets moving because it's just gonna do the same pattern over and over again, and then you can let the left hand do its job. But it's really easy to try and learn one new thing and then apply a ton of techniques to it instead of trying to learn something brand new, different exercises over and over and over again. All right, I really hope you liked this video. Be sure to leave a comment below with any of the tips in here that you found helpful for your own sweep picking. If you end up coming up with some of your own patterns, man, make a video and leave it below in the comments. I'd love to check it out. I'm sure you could come up with something way cooler than what I did. I just did some basic arpeggios in here. But until next time, I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is Josh Beatler with the Guitar Player School. Practice, rock on.